Hi, if you're watching this video because you want to find out information purely about how to lift a shadow ban, then I suggest that you skip right to the end of the video where I've done a brief summary of the things that I've picked up from watching lots of clips on YouTube and reading about how to lift a shadow ban. The bits in between are bits with me and Triplets chatting about our experience of being reported on Instagram and Instagram removing our photos. So it is all relating to the shadow ban, but the summary is at the end. So if you want to avoid the Triplets and me chatting, go straight to the end. If you want to say hello to my Triplets, then stick with us throughout the video. Cheers, bye-bye. Good morning and hello, says Amelie. You're going to come and say hello. So we have two little people being entertained by CBeebies and another little person who wants to come and say hello with mummy, don't you? Okay. So the reason that I've come on today is to say that we are currently in the middle of a shadow ban on Instagram. And I've actually logged out of Instagram for a couple of days whilst this is ongoing. I've done lots of research in how to try and lift the shadow ban. We think it started last week. I actually woke up to a message from Instagram. I was half asleep, and so I just clicked OK on it, and the message went. I haven't seen it again since. Are you saying hello? And it was telling me that a picture and little video clip that I'd posted of Etta, who tipped her brother's cereal on her head, that picture had been reported for abuse. Now, I don't know why it was reported for abuse. Clearly, within the context of the post, Etta was, in a typical toddler fashion. She'd got the cutest Daddy's in that picture. Yes, he is. She'd got the cutest toddler little lip curl where she was. She had cried when she'd first put the cereal on her head because she'd actually fallen off the chair that she had climbed up to get her brother's leftover cereal. So that's what she'd done. I was FaceTiming Daddy at the time, so had the camera in my hand and was able to film her first reaction. Now, I thought it was really cute. Clearly, seconds later from the video, she was smiling, she was licking the milk off her face. It was just a very ordinary, for those of us as parents of toddlers. No, it was just one of the things they get up to. It's the reality of parenting, and I shared it. This was reported and Instagram removed the picture. I was a bit upset about that. I don't give two hoots about the person that reported it because, you'll get people that will do things like that. Either, I hope it wasn't malicious. I hope that it was just someone who, for whatever reason, took it as Etta being distressed or upset, and she wasn't. It was just, she cried for a few seconds and then she was smiling. She's perfectly fine. I would never ever post a picture or video of one of my girls being very distressed because that is not a nice thing to do, and I don't let my girls become very distressed because if they're very distressed, I'm going to be there cuddling them, not filming them. But anyway, that's by the by. My concern was the way in which Instagram reacted to it, which was to instantly I saw my engagement drop. I went from perhaps around about 2,000 likes to 500 likes for a picture. Now, the reason that this is upsetting for me is that we work with brands to do our triple the look. So we gifted products. It's a really lovely thing. We're really enjoying it, and we're gifted products by brands to do our triple the look. So when our engagement is affected, it's not just affecting us. Oh dear, see you in a minute. So here's Bertie, and she's fine now. Bertie and Etta were opening up the drawer, weren't you? And did your fingers get trapped in it? Yeah, so we're all okay now, we're good. So, as I was saying, with regards to the engagement, it's not just us that it's impacting on, and that's what made me really sad. If our engagement's impacted upon, then it impacts upon the brands that we're working with, and they're mostly small family businesses. Obviously, I'm not supposed to do this video with triplets in the room as well, am I? Etta is actually trying, she's got some trousers out of the drawer and she's trying to put them on. Oh, and Amelie's helping her. You're helping her take them off? Yeah. Oh, good girls. So, yeah, it's been really quite upsetting. So now I have two little people with me and a little person in the background. This is true multitasking. So, anyway. Oh, listen, you don't need to moan, do you, when Mum's doing the video? Oh, dear, we're going to have a moan about it, are we? So this is becoming the triplet show. That's us in the background with a phone. So anyway, as we were saying, and hands up from Bertie. I think generally if you're choosing to be involved in social media and putting yourself out there, you do have to anticipate that there will be people that don't agree with what you're doing, or trolls who are malicious for whatever reason they're malicious for. And to be quite honest, I just feel pity for people that troll, because we have had some awful comments. I've written about it on our Instagram recently, and for the most part I just either laugh or feel real sadness for them, because if that's how you're filling your life with such negativity, that's a really sad way to be, because negativity feeds negativity. I just want to focus on the people, on the positive comments that we get, the comments from people that tell me that we're helping them because either they're in hospital now with their premature babies, and seeing our girls do so well is inspiring them that things are going to be okay for them. Or the people who, like us, are experiencing, like we did for many years, are experiencing infertility and are given hope by seeing a happy ending, and that we're now parents to 4 children, and that it is possible. And certainly that was our thoughts during the years of infertility, was if something's not impossible, then there's ways to make it happen. And look behind me, we really did. So I just focus on the positive aspect of Instagram. The people that are involved that perhaps will try in some way, for whatever reason, to bring negativity to it, that's a reflection on them, not me, and I don't let it affect me. So as I said, the person who's reported it, whatever their reasons are, that doesn't matter, that's up to them. I know that picture and video of Etta was not in any way abusive. It was just a normal event that happens with toddlers. But Instagram's reaction to it was completely out of perspective. Again, I understand it, because they're so huge, they can't possibly have humans looking at every report. They just remove the photo. And it's not until you try and appeal it or complain it that a human will actually engage and have a look. So we looked at lots of information on YouTube, and I've read about stuff over the last few days about how to lift a shadow ban. So I thought I'd quickly share some of that info in case it's helpful to anyone else. I think the primary message that I've got, we're in the middle of it right now, in the middle of the shadow ban, and the primary message that I've got is that there isn't a magic answer. The one thing that did stand out to me that might be useful, but I haven't got an answer for you yet as to whether it's worked, is one chap did say to pay for an advert, and then by paying for an advert it can lift you out of the shadow ban. Now ironically, we tried to pay for an advert. I wasn't very happy about having to pay. I've never paid for an advert on Instagram before. But I thought, if it lifts this shadow ban, then so be it. Because we've got the girl's birthday coming up on Monday. I've got beautiful dresses from a lovely company that have sent them to me. And I'm going to try and fix this so that we're not disadvantaging any of the people that we're working with. So I tried to pay for the advert, and would you believe it, I got a message. It said pending. I was like, oh my goodness. So it's not been approved. And then I got a message saying that it was not approved because of profanity. This was that day's triple the look. It was 3 fully dressed 1-year-old girls. How is there any profanity? Not that there would be any profanity on my page anyway, because I don't post anything that's inappropriate. of my girls. Why would I ever do that? This is just an ordinary account where we're sharing the fun and reality of parenting. So I tried another picture to see if it was just a blip. No, that one wasn't approved either. So one of the adverts applications gave me the opportunity to appeal. The second one didn't even give me the opportunity to appeal. And so I appealed it and said, where is there profanity in this picture? Please can you explain? I'm really concerned about my account. And I got a message back relatively shortly afterwards saying that, yes, you're right. It does fit with our advertising guidelines. It's now been advertised. So currently we have a promotion on Instagram. Later that night, I think this was Thursday night, I tried to post a picture, and it was it was quite an emotional post because it was about World Mental Health Day. And for those of you that know our story, you'll know that we had a really tough start. So I wanted to post about that and PTSD. Again, this is with a view to sharing information in the hope that it can help others. It's also really helpful to me that it's quite cathartic writing about our experience and sharing that. Particularly when we get lovely messages from people saying that it is helping them. It's helping me heal as well. That post just disappeared. So I wanted to see from that post whether having the advert would have fixed the Shadowban. But when that disappeared, I'd spent, time writing the post. It was heartfelt. It mattered to me. I was just so frustrated. I thought, right, I'm going to take some of the other advice, which is to log out of your account for a few days. So I've done that. I did watch another video that said that's the worst thing that you can do because then your account's deemed inactive. Other accounts were, other clips on YouTube were saying that remove any hashtags that if you're using banned hashtags. Now, actually, I'm looking at my Triple the Look hashtag, bearing in mind that is a small hashtag. It's a hashtag that I actually started when we started doing Triple the Look posts. So effectively, it's my hashtag. Obviously, anyone can hashtag it, but it was one that I started. All of my photos have been removed from it. Every single one of my photos. So other people's photos where they've used Triple the Look, some of them are some of the shops that we work with who've posted pictures of the girls. So there are pictures of my girls still there, but they're not my pictures, they're by other people. So they've been removed. So I've started writing to Instagram as well, sending them messages to say why have all my hashtags been removed of Triple the Look. And I think it's some of the things that I've watched. They say that Instagram doesn't like spam. So it's potentially they're thinking that because I use that hashtag 4 times a week, that I'm spammy in some way. But it's so frustrating. But as I've said, I don't think there's a magic answer. I will do an update as to when I log back in on Monday. We are coming back on Monday. It's the girl's birthday. We've got some lovely dresses for their Triple the Look on Monday, and we will be coming back. Hi, so as promised at the beginning of this video, here is a summary of the things that I've picked up from watching various clips on YouTube and about how to lift a Shadowban, and also things that I've read. So the one that stood out for me and the one that was claimed as being a definite way of lifting a Shadowban is to pay for an advert on Instagram, and apparently this lifts the Shadowban. Perhaps that's because you're considered as a customer and they want to promote you, so therefore any Shadowban on the account may be lifted. The other one that stood out was to remove any banned hashtags, so check that any of the hashtags that you're using are not considered to be banned. The other tips were don't be spammy, so don't use the same hashtags all the time. Don't use all of the 30 hashtags that you get. Vary the numbers that you use and vary the content of the hashtags. The other thing was not to use just emojis to comment on other people's pictures, to be properly engaged and to write proper comments on them. So basically avoiding any spammy behaviour. And one of the other videos talked about if you're using any third-party apps to try and promote your Instagram growth, not to do that. I don't do that, so I'm not entirely sure of what that meant, but so I guess they're apps that people may use to grow their accounts. And that was it. So it's avoiding spammy behaviour, not repeating the same hashtags, varying the number of hashtags, pay for an advert to lift the ban so you become a customer of Instagram that they want to help you promote. And I think that was generally it. So good luck if you are in a shadow ban. Hope you're able to remove it, and catch you soon.